is leave a legacy. Is to leave a legacy. And I really want to challenge you, and this is something that I believe true to my heart, but whatever you do in life, have a passion for it. If you don't have a passion for what you're doing, do something different. But what you're doing is to leave a legacy. We're here a short time span on the face of this earth. And the important thing is in what we're trying to do in the land use issue and in communities and all the different things is we're trying to accomplish something that will outlast us, that will outlast our lifetime, that will be for future generations. And when you empower and you equip people, you can walk off the scene, you can disappear from the face of the earth, and a legacy will continue because you've empowered people to pick up the torch and to continue. Just like Jack Welch. I'm amazed studying that man because he's built a legacy in people as you go on. I know that very truly. One of the hardest things, as I said, with my brother, and he left a legacy in me as well as in people around him. He went to Michigan State, got his veterinary degree, a DVM. Then he went and did his master's in pathology, got his PhD in pathology. Somebody encouraged him because he was really interested in curing some of the pain and suffering of individuals. So he went and got his degree in emergency medicine, got an MD. And after the first year of medical school, he took the national exam in medical school. He was in the top half of 1%, but they wouldn't let him move up the ranks. So he ended up getting his master's in physics when he was going to medical school. He was in training by a number of the physicians around him to be the leader in the emergency medicine field and editor of the journal at a very young age. But he made a difference in people's lives, and he really wanted to impact them. And at a heartbeat just like that, our life can be over. And that admonition to tell somebody that you love them, to give them a hug, don't ever, ever think that there's another time to do it. Take advantage of it. And if you get to do it tomorrow, do it again. But at a heartbeat like that, we don't know if it's walking across the street, we don't know if it's driving a car, but that lifespan is there. And when I was up at the mountain, I brought a big 4x4 and made a cross out of it. And I mean, it was hard enough dealing with the loss of your brother, not being able to find him, but trying to carve his name into a cross. It's pretty tough to do. So I had my pocket knife out there and carving the name in it and the scripture. And then you did two numbers. You did the year when he was born and the year that event happened and when he died. And each one of us will have two dates in our life. We already have one of them, the day that we were born. Someday, we don't know what year it is, we'll have another one. But there's something that goes in between that. And that's a dash. And that's probably the most important part. It's not the two end dates, but it's the dash that's in between. And that's what's leaving a legacy. Let me just encourage you to think about the legacy that you're going to leave when you're gone. Whether it's a year or 50 years. What legacy will you leave behind? What difference will you have made in somebody's life? The people that you work with. Dave, the people in your office, the ones that work under you, what difference would you have made in their life? How have you helped them to encourage them up? That's what it's all about. It's not about pushing papers. It's not about doing jobs. It's numbers. It's about people. But that dash is so important. For it matters not how much we own, not the house, the car, or the cash. What matters is how we live and love and how we spend our dash. Are there things that you'd like to change? For you never know how much time is left. That can still be rearranged. If we could just slow down enough to consider what's true and real and always try to understand the way that other people feel. And be less quick to anger, show appreciation more, and love the people in our lives like we've never loved them before. And if we treat each other with respect and more often wear a smile, remembering that this special dash might only last for just a little while. So when your eulogy is being read, and with your life's actions to rehash, would you be proud of the things that you say about how you spend your dash? That's what legacy is all about. We're here on this face of the earth for a reason and for a purpose. And it's to make a difference. It's to make a difference in our communities. It's to make a difference in the lives around us. It's to make a difference in the land use issue and farmland preservation. But it's to create a legacy of something that lasts.